Although God does not convert some sinners to himself, but leaves them in their sins according to their merits, yet he does not lead them to sin. For men sin by deviating from him, who is the last end, as is clear from what has been said above. But since every agent acts for his own end and that which suits him, it is impossible that acting for God, some should be turned away from the ultimate end, which is God. Therefore, it is impossible that God should cause some to sin. Again, good cannot be the cause of evil, but sin is man's evil, for it is contrary to man's proper good, which is to live according to reason. It is therefore impossible for God to be the cause of anyone's sin. In addition, all the wisdom and goodness of man is derived from divine wisdom and goodness as a kind of similitude of him. But it is contrary to human wisdom and goodness to cause someone to sin. Therefore, it is much more divine. Still, every sin proceeds from some defect of the nearest agent, but not from the influence of the first agent, just as the sin of lameness proceeds from the disposition of the pipe, but not from motive power. When, however, whatever appears of the perfection of motion in lameness is from it, the next agent of human sin is the will. Therefore the lack of sin is from the will of man, but not from God, who is the first agent, from whom, however, is everything that pertains to the perfection of the action in the act of sin. Hence it is that it is called Wisdom 15:12, "Don't say," he implored me, "for he does not need wicked men." And below, 21, he commanded no one to act impiously, and gave no one room to sin. And James 1:13, it is said, "No one, when tempted, should say that he is being tempted by God, for God is the author of evil." However, certain things are found in the Scriptures from which it seems that God is the cause of some sinning. For it is said in Exodus 10:1, "I hardened the heart of Pharaoh and his servants," and Isaiah 6:10, "The heart of this people is blind, and their ears are heavy, lest they should see with their eyes and be converted, and heal them," and Isaiah 63:17, "You have caused us to err of thy ways. Thou hast hardened our heart, that we should not fear thee." And Romans 1:28, it is said, "God gave them over to a reprobate mind, so that they do what is not fitting." All this is to be understood according to this, that God does not grant to some people the help to avoid sin, which he grants to others. And this help is not only an infusion of grace, but also an external guard, by which man's opportunities to sin are removed from divine providence, and provocations to sin are suppressed. God also helps man against sin through the natural light of reason and other natural goods which he bestows on man. When, therefore, he withdraws these aids from some, for the merit of his action, according to what his justice demands, he is said to harden or blind them, or something of the things that have been said.